Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in my Disco Elysium game. We were well into the day 3, well, night 3 I guess. It's at that point where the game freezes time at 2 a.m. and it's still letting me play. I mean, it's been 2 a.m. in this thing for a while. I don't know how long it's going to let me drag it out. I figure I might as well take advantage of it, I guess. I mean, as far as I know, like, the daylight's only needed if I wanted to, like, talk to people. So I might as well, like, drag it out. Kim's still... like, at the beginning of the last stream, when Kim wanted to talk to me, I assumed it was, to talk about, hey, Delegator's here, welcome to the stream. Hey, here at the beginning of a stream for once. Yeah, how about that? But, yeah, I mean, like, it lets me get away with, like, continuing to putter around at 2 a.m. Like, Kim hasn't turned to me and said, oh, hey, we should probably go to sleep or whatever. He's still following me, even though the time is still frozen here, so I guess I'll just take advantage of that. Can I... okay. Fast travel to Martinez Waterfront. And can I go in here? Can I perhaps go to the other machine? I'm guessing I still don't have access to this.
This orange machine is...
Yeah. I was kind of wondering if I could go back to the radio computer over here. Now that I have the password that I got from Mr. Tiago, can I insert the filament here?
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Insert production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Okay, press play again.
The speaker comes to life.
Etc., etc.
Good evening. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Rapid.
Yeah, we've heard of that before.
Is this the production schedule?
Let's try the password for the production schedule.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
Well, hey, it worked. Lieutenant seems almost disappointed to discover that as he murmurs.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The latest voice disappears on the static.
Are still smoldering.
Press print.
With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing. A piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface.
Okay, let's read the printout of this production schedule. It took us a while to get around to this.
It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident.
Okay, so maybe we can establish more timeline for when people were here.
The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
Okay. Read about capital, want to know about money, read about the workforce, who worked there, how long, skim through the production schedule, whatever it is, or tear off the printout and throw it away. No, don't throw it away. We just came this far. We have to see what this is about here. Read about the workforce, who worked there and how long.
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations.
Is that included in the schedule too? On X day at such and such o'clock, let's just pop some Perildon to just pop some hallucinogens. Let's just go on an acid trip here.
Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists?
Um, well, I mean, on the one hand, for playing some kind of fantasy role playing game, sure, it makes sense to have concept artists. But on the other hand, it's a radio game. Like I sort of imagine this is like audio and like printed stuff. So I don't know. Maybe the art side of things isn't that big a deal. I don't know. Yeah, why did a radio game need so many artists? Or I don't really care like the table. I don't know. Why did a radio game need so many artists?
It didn't.
Didn't need so many concept artists?
No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules.
Extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. How relatable.
One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good.
Whoops. Okay, skim through the production schedule, whatever it is.
The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
Lovely. Because of the concept errors, or right, what happened? Let's go with because of the concept errors.
Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers, with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches.
That's all in there. 8 o'clock Thursday, had a panic attack.
It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in their bank account.
4 million real? Really? Really? What part of this requires 4 million real? Like the computer setup? I mean, most of it's just like drawing and writing, I would think. I mean, there's got to be some coding stuff in there, but 4 million real? Really? Okay.
They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't.
I could have bridged the gap, or, oh, so they were done by their own ambition. Can I get a morale boost if I say I could have bridged the gap?
No, you couldn't have.
Ah, darn it. Volition impossible failure? At a score of 18? Okay, what do you mean? I totally could have.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So I suppose having 3 points of morale loss doesn't help. Conceptualization impossible failure. I wonder if is it possible to pass? I mean, score of 18. That's you're probably not supposed to be able to pass this check. Oh well.
Not a chance. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
The Valley of the Heads. Presumably, in 18 means it is actually possible. I don't know. I mean, okay, like if I had like 3 more points of morale. Like my total roll right now is 9. 3 more points of morale bring it up to 12, and conceptualization. I can allow 3 more points there. That brings up to 15. Or wait, or maybe it's 4 points. Okay, so that brings up to 16. Yeah, there might be some clothing items that could bring the conceptualization score up a little bit more. I mean, like, if I deliberately, like, catered my, oh no, sorry, it's volition which gets the bonus from morale, sorry. 3 points, yeah, 3 points added to that brings up to 11. Where's volition? I would need 3 more to bring it to 14. I don't think I have enough clothing to bring it up to 4 more points there. And Dev is here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Incredibly unlikely mind. Yeah, it's Like, I think even if I put all the clothing items that boost volition or conceptualization, I don't think I can reach 18. Oh well. Anyway, the Valley of the Heads. The what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswav Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map.
Okay.
This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
How many heads are we talking about here? This is you're talking about scope creep, Dev. You know, just the scope of the project expanding. Hey, what if we just pulled in a bunch of professional actors for our project here? How many heads are we talking about? All right. Some insane shit. Who are these people? Or how many heads? Yeah, how many heads were there? This is what I want to know.
So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
Okay, so 10,000 times 10,000 combinations. You just if you have a different voice actor for each, that's um, mm, just what is that 100 million voice actors, or maybe you just need one for each head. I don't know. How many combinations can you make out of that?
Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
What do you mean may take a while? You just isn't it just 10,000 times 10,000, or am I you just basically add 4 zeros on the end of this, right? So it goes 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million. 100 million, right? How bad could it be? Oh, you're being silly. What? What is this number? Are these just random numbers? It's not hexadecimal, there are no letters in there. Oh, you're being extra silly now. Keep going, or uh-oh. It's a number of combinations of 10,000 heads and 10,000 bodies? Now, anyway, keep going, why not? I mean, time is frozen at 2 a.m., so I might as well. It's not like we're wasting time here. So like if you switched head number 368 and head number 4679, that's a different combination even if all the other ones are the same. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I guess maybe more than I thought then. It was...
The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently, his arms folded tight against his chest.
Keep going. What have I done? Yeah, it's more like 10,000 factorial, which is a lot, yeah. Well, we can find that many voice actors, can't we? Why wouldn't we be able to? I mean, you have to recruit every person on the planet and like all their descendants in perpetuity. We can reach that number of voice actors eventually. I have the option of to keep going, or I could just say, "What have I done?" No, let's keep going.
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop?
Interfacing legendary failure. Hey, this one's only has a score of 14. Hypothetically, I could have made that roll. Just take a few more points in interfacing. Wear the evidence gloves. Just let the numbers wash over you.
Oh. And that's it.
And there are a bunch of zeros at the end. And that's it, apparently. Okay, so that's what did them in?
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
Catastrophic data loss. Data loss? Uh, presumably what's her name was looking at over at the church. The what now? Or this must be the anomaly Suna mentioned in the church log. Let's go with the what now, maybe get more information.
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Igaunian investors pulled the plug.
Igaunian investor?
What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the World Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air? Or I didn't understand where that. Let's go with the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air.
When the project was returned, it was completely blank.
Oof.
The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
Oof. What? They lost the whole game and wouldn't even pay for it? Or wasn't there a copy of the game, a backup? Yeah. Was there a copy of the game? You ever found the thing in the freezer? Oh yeah, the freezer. I was expecting the thing in the freezer to have the password for this, but I got the password from Tiago. So yeah. Anyway, is there a copy of the game, a backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the offsite copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the offsite copy and, well, keep it offsite. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
What does it say?
S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The offsite copy was on-site because there was no offsite anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch.
There's no offsite anymore? Well, where were they keeping it before that?
I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
Uh-oh. I unplugged the bear fridge. I didn't see anything in there, though. I mean, I searched the bear fridge. I mean, it was... There was talk of moving stuff into the ice cream maker, which I also unplugged. Anyway, not very convincing, is it? Seems like a perfectly reasonable explanation, or is there anything else from this lead programmer? What do you mean it's not very convincing? I mean, I'm a little confused about... Okay. I don't know. It sounds like he was rendered homeless probably because of the bankruptcy, or impending bankruptcy. I'm not sure how the data loss, like over the radio waves, translated into their off-site backup being kept in the refrigerator being lost. I'm gonna go with it's not very convincing, is it?
Her former colleagues would agree with you.
Is there anything else from this lead programmer?
The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
Okay. Read the notes at the end.
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez. All of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye.
Yeah, essentially he was homeless, so he had to keep the backup here, and yeah, you don't have an explanation for what happened, like the log says. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that it's giving me, like it's talking about the physical location, talking about the church and stuff, kind of makes me wonder, was I supposed to be able to get this password by some other means of going to the church? 'Cause basically this is filling in, like, information that I already know. But, anyway.
Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said.
You know about capital, I want to know about money.
In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished.
Oh, gosh, where did they get all this money?
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor.
Okay, well, I mean, that's all the options I've selected here. Tear off, print out, and throw it away, I guess.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess there's nothing else to do here. I'll
The
remove the
filament
direct schedule.
slides out of its glowing nest.
I didn't get any experience points for that. After all the build-up and everything it took to get that and stuff, I'm wondering all over again if maybe I should just sell this, just pawn it for the 50 Real. Doesn't look like I'm getting anything out of it. Oh. Anyway, what else can I do? Any objectives I should be looking at? Oh yeah, I need to talk to the Ravers again. Let's head back out there. But first, look in the fridge.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge slowly melting. The power has been cut off.
Like, there's nothing else in here. I can
A friendly
examine
cartoon bear
the ice
smiles
cream
back.
wrappers.
The paper still smells of vanilla.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
They try to sell ice cream from this hyper
I
carnivore.
know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. At least it's not running them a loss anymore, now that you've unplugged the cable.
Wasted the red snake cable running from the
The
fridge.
fridge sits empty before you.
Okay. I mean, if there was ever anything in there before, it's not there now. And this is just the same
This
thing.
orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The
Check your inventory? Check it for what? I mean, I know if I have this thing in
orange
hand,
machine is
I
dead
can attempt to
still.
crack open the lid.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner
But it says
and an electric freezer.
It says the pry bar is
The
not
ice
strong
around
enough.
slowly melting.
I did try to open it. It says I needed a stronger pry bar. There was a line when I was talking to the Ravers that there was a toolbox in front of one of them, which makes me wonder if I am supposed to get a better pry bar from him. Other than that, I'm not sure what to check my inventory for. Anyway, let's fast travel back to the church. Oops, not that way. Oh, I have a thought. Oh. back thought. The same address the lead programmer for this accident was looking for. Okay, that's just in case you found that password and stuff first, I guess. Alright. Alright, here we go.
Hi again. So, how things going?
He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush in the mirror in front of him. About the church, I've checked it out.
And?
He
What
tenses.
happened?
He tenses up. I talked to the crab man, or actually I wanted to talk about something else. Okay, well I talked to the crab man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest, very spiritual. He gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. You were right, he's a true narcomaniac, and the way he climbs it was terrifying. I mean, seemed okay, I guess. I mean, he seemed harmless. I mean, it was a little odd that he was crawling around the rafters of the church, but seemed fine to me, I guess.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it, or he clearly enjoys physical activity, guy climbs like a freak, or something sinister going on under the building's roof. I think he's getting high or something. Just little a crab man? Yeah. Not definite article, the crab man? Anyway. Preaching and praying from the looks of it. Just preaching and praying from the looks of it, I guess.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
The paranoid young man mumbles gruffly. Yeah, I don't think the crab man's gonna be the problem. Probably Suna with her machine there might be more of a problem. Anyway.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. Or he keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? Or, as far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there and guys, you'll never catch him. Or, actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. That is what he said. He said he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. So... I mean, savoir-faire seems to be suggesting I tell him I'll never catch him, but... Let's go with you wouldn't mind a nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
He rips his jaw. You're just gonna have to live with the crab man, or don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else. I'm gonna go with don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Andre has no vision? Crabman Rave Hall? Instant hit, there you go. Just make that your marketing point.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared, or actually, let's talk to him about her. Yeah, using the mainframe when Suna...
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She did not like the Anadic Dance Club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
He drops the hammer back into a toolbox. Again, toolbox. Maybe there's a superior pry bar in there. You're waving the flashlight around everywhere I point.
A shame. What What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
He sighs.
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished. This is my only option. This is the only thing I can say, so let's go with that.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution. Or I could go for another try, bring down the hammer of the law. I'm tempted to just see if we can come up with a different solution. Maybe we can figure out the data loss issue. Maybe we can reach some kind of compromise. Don't know how we go about that. But if the game will let me have another option, let's go for it.
Look at you, Honor Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
Yeah, I mean, she said right away she hates anodic music, so I don't know about that.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
She absolutely does not. Really, truly despise it. Or lie she gets down. I mean, who does it? Just listen to that crazy pulse? What would I get out of lying? It's gonna just lead to an ugly confrontation, I think, if they go in there and it turns out that she doesn't like it. I mean, it sort of feels like this lie would totally backfire. Anyway, I feel like honesty is the best policy. She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
It's funny.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
Man nods enthusiastically, then leans in, whispering. Perhaps if you drop the drug lab, it might make it easier to convince her. Or I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Proceed with the quest. Or, all right, I'll see how it goes. Proceed with the quest. Yeah, I wasn't. Excuse me. I'm not sure if the drug lab aspect actually factored into Suna's reaction. It's hard to say. I mean, when we broached the subject of having this music nightclub, her response was, they're just using it as an excuse to turn this place into a drug lab, right? Which I can infer that she doesn't like the idea of a drug lab, but she also doesn't like the idea of an anodic music nightclub either. So I mean, I don't know if this makes it any better. I don't know. I mean, the dialogue earlier did say that she wanted to finish her work first, so maybe if we help her finish her work faster, maybe that will be a more comfortable resolution. Yeah, I don't know if dropping the drug lab thing makes a difference. I can try. Perhaps if you drop the drug lab, it might make it easier to convince her.
Oh man, but the drug lab was like an integral part of getting the club going.
Looks around the tent. Yeah.
For me, it was my favourite part. Chemistry's great. Besides, imagine all the drugs we could do if we had our own drug lab. I mean, anodic music is great and all, but drugs, they make you feel really good. When did you last feel really, really good?
Hey, who needs drugs when you've got the mysteries of Al Ghul to discover? Or, I don't have time to feel good, I'm a very busy officer of the law. Or, never. I've never felt good in my entire life. There's the emo response. Um, so yeah, Al meaning alcohol. Why is he still referring to it as Al Ghul? Like, why has he adopted Measurehead's terminology? Why would he adopt anything from Measurehead, really? Anyway, I feel I'm probably going to get a morale hit if I take this one. This one feels a little pretentious. I'm tempted to go, well, like, hey, what about alcohol? Maybe we can get some legal inebriation in there.
Nah, but you see, no one likes drunk people. Drunk people get into fights and try to hit on everyone. Now, people on speed, however...
Is that any better? I don't know. I mean... I mean, yeah, there's an argument to be had for the drunk people thing, but just like seriously, I don't know. I don't know enough about the effects of amphetamines on people's disposition to know. Like, does it help their demeanor at all? People on speed are generally a good bit worse in my experience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, someone who's hyped up on amphetamines is, yeah, probably gonna be worse. Oh well, okay.
Just dance for hours, one with the night.
Composure roll? Just dance for hours with the night? Okay. I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her to the quest, or alright, I'll see how it goes. Like, I don't think she's gonna agree to be thrown out regardless. Like, I'd probably, like, have to arrest her, and that would get ugly, and I might lose Kim's respect, which is, you know, primary mission of this game. I'm gonna go with I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
He smiles wide, like a replica of his friend with the large head. Convince her to cooperate with the Ravers or evict her. Oh, okay. I mean, that objective, both objectives appear anyway. And look, my guy's still waving his flashlight around, even though. Anyway. Okay. That's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
But yeah, I don't really. I'm by no means an expert on the effect of speed or amphetamines on people, but I've had it described to me as like caffeine times 100. Like they're like it's like boom 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 boom, and it just super excitable. Anyway, yeah, let's see what Suna's got to say.
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from her keyboard. What if I just force you to leave? I'm a police officer. You have to do what I say. Or what if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre and he wants to work it out. He wants to make it work. Okay. Wants to make it work? Let's give it a shot.
I don't want to make anything work.
She replies, her expression unchanged. Hold on. You don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Suggestion, medium. Convince her to cooperate with the Ravers. 92% chance of success? Wow. +1 because research is not going well. +1 because I discovered Fortress Accident. And +1 because I discussed Fortress Accident with Dice Maker. Interesting. 92%? I can probably get that higher. A lot of respect for Suna because she worked on Fortress Accident, which is the most noble project in the game. Well, I mean, as you're fond of saying, Dev, as long as you finish the project, right? Anyway, so do I have anything that boosts suggestion? I'm pretty sure I have. That reduces suggestion, empathy, electrochemistry, speed of core, shippers, physical instrument, suggestion. I mean, one point of suggestion is probably all I need. I'm just curious, looking at stuff anyway. Empire, volition, empathy, pain, volition, perception, empathy. Okay, that should bring it up to 97%, right? 97%. Basically, this is a guaranteed win unless I roll a 2. That's the only roll that can fail this. True, but what a beautiful failure, right? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I said. Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She looks up from her work, disoriented. But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it. And meanwhile, the kid is standing here like, you want to help finish this radio computer game where we're supposed to be investigating a murder? Anyway.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
More of the Jam Rock Shuffle.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
So, we're not talking about the production schedule that I have. We're talking about the thing that is presumably locked in the ice cream machine, which I am unable to open. Is this the filament you're looking for? Show her the production schedule, or what is an offsite copy? Why do you need it? By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accent in the doomed commercial area? Well, show her the production schedule anyway.
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
She's tapping the table in a badly concealed impatience.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still.
It's kind of stating the obvious, but I'll ask anyway. By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accent in the Doom commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Oh yeah, we've already been there. Wait, bookstore lady, you mean Plaisance? Or actually, I've already been inside the Doom commercial area. And where exactly is the offsite copy? Yeah, where exactly is the offsite copy? I have a feeling it's inside the ice cream machine.
There's this giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. It's there.
Yeah, it isn't.
Don't worry, you can't miss the bear. It's hideous.
She gives you a rueful smile.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place. Or, can you go in and film it yourself? No, let's tell her about the note.
Wait, a note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
She freezes. Said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulasa.
Jariza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jariza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Head.
She mutters. Yeah, feature creep. I said scope creep. Feature creep, whatever. Yeah.
Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
She stops. Yeah. Found the ice cream maker, but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
Darn it. Thought maybe you could supply me with a tool or something. Um, what is an offsite copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine. I mean, I already knew that, but I'm just picking the options just to see if it either gets more information or more experience.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on site?
It's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on site? I mean, that was sort of answered by the production shuttle printout, but let's ask it anyway.
Oh god, not this again.
She takes a deep breath before letting it all out.
It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Fair enough.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored.
I mean, I would think that if the backup is disconnected from the machine, the data should be safe on it. But, whatever.
We clear?
She stares at you with pleading, furious eyes. I can ask her, why can't you go and get the filament yourself? I have a feeling that's just going to annoy her. She's probably going to say something like, I have to keep working on the machine for whatever reason. I'm going to ask her anyway. Why can't you get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me.
Ha.
Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait, are you part of the curse? Or why does she think you're part of the curse? Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
Yeah, that's a bit biased, don't you think? Or, yeah, people in Martinez don't really like to get with the times. Or, don't be too harsh, that's only because of their socioeconomic situation. Or, what if it does emit elemental evil? Narrow your eyes. Don't be too harsh, it's only because of the socioeconomic situation. Don't I have, wasn't there a, shoot, which one was it? Oh yeah, it was moralist dialogue option CO +1 morale. So maybe can I heal morale if I pick this option here? Don't be too harsh. That's just only because of their socioeconomic situation.
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my lame Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Heh.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Oh dear.
So what I need you to do here is go have a talk with her, say that you're a policeman and need to get to the building's basement. Then bring me the offsite copy. Alright?
Alright, I'll go look for the offsite copy.
Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar. Are you serious? You just had that sitting there. We were just talking about, oh, I need to pry open the friggin'... Okay.
And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
Qualsund KR+2 multi-tool. You had that sitting there the whole damn time? It was not a clickable item here. It's, yeah, apparently it was behind the radio computer all along? Okay. Just trying to prevent ganks coming from inside the terminal with those words, sure. Alright, I'll let you work in peace now. And I have a thought.
Hey,
Look around. Who? Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Ah, the grim specter of communism is rearing its head. Uh, sorry, might be a very obscure reference. Um, what it was an old H. Plumber guy reference where he was making fun of someone who misspelled communism. Oops, you picked the commie option. I mean, yeah, I did it because I thought I was picking the moralist option. Maybe I picked the wrong thing. Oh well. you know. Yeah, it just didn't heal my morale. Oh well. Again, or how come there's word on the street, or get the F out of here? No, I finished thought. Yeah, what do you mean again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Can't argue with that, or yes, we should all stop building love, or love has worked out really well for me. I'm a love winner. I don't know, none of these options ring true for me here. Let's go with can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
Well, I mean, back several episodes back when we were reading the notes from the ledger, there was an indication that Harry was heading up some kind of protest. It's kind of suggests that at some point in his past he was a man of the people and so on. Okay, how come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets.
Uh-oh.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Well, I have more than 25 real in my pockets. That includes me. What is this stuff? Literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs? Like, what? That does not seem to be in the spirit of communism, as far as I know. Like, eat the rich. That's rather modern expression, isn't it? I mean, this is supposed to be in the 50s. Was the phrase "eat the rich" around back then? Then again, this is sort of an alternate Earth thing, so who knows? Anyway, oh right, that sounds like me, or I haven't said anything like that, or I have said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those. Let's go with I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
This is, this rhetoric seems to have a very dim view of communism here.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Okay, wait, first, what's this communism even about? Or roll up your sleeves and start building communism opt-in? Or it's too tiring, I don't have it in me, I'm beat down, broken, opt-out. Okay, what's this communism even about? I don't know. I don't know how much we can trust Rhetoric's opinion of it, but let's give it a shot.
Failure. It's about failure.
It's about failure? Okay.
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb stomped and pissed on. until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
Okay.
You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother.
Okay. I don't know, this just feels like a really confused vision of what communism is. I mean, okay, I should probably be more careful about how I talk about communism at this point. It's just, it's as somebody said, you know, it's a good idea in theory, but messy in practice. Like the whole idea of, I mean, okay, it's uh, like communism, yeah, like it definitely has a very bad history. But like there's some good ideas in there, like the idea of putting power in the hands of the people instead of you know, having rulers or whatever. um, there are a number of problems to making that work, but on the other hand, uh, all the things, as somebody said, all the things that we were warned would happen under communism have happened under capitalism. So, um, you know, because like basic problem with it is like what's to stop people from taking more than their fair share, but that like kind of happens under capitalism anyway. So, I mean, personally, I sort of feel like we need some kind of hybrid system or something. Not that I'm any expert in like socioeconomic systems or anything, but um, you know, like everything in moderation. Like, you don't want to go all the way capitalism. I don't think we want to go all the way communism either. Um, but I don't know. Like, rhetoric is going into like murder everyone. Like, what? Because for their political beliefs. Like, what is this twisted view of communism here? I mean, even the least generous depictions of communism, I don't think say you have to murder everyone. But whatever, let's move on.
You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
If I had to take a guess, there's a hint of self-deprecating irony in the portrayal. Hmm. I mean, that's one way to look at it. I mean, Rhetoric is saying that you alone are the only one who's going to be able to pull it off. So, um, is it really self-deprecating? Of the four political beliefs in Disco Elysium, the authors align most closely with communism? I mean, so you say. Hippofant. Oh, welcome to the stream, Hippofant. Maybe more tongue-in-cheek. Yeah. Absolutely mock / crush all of them, but they also go hard on communism. Yeah. I mean, the thing with that is Everard Clare is seemingly supposedly this game's representative of communism. He keeps going on about you know being a man of the people and everyone gets a share and all of that, but he also doesn't care if all his people get killed in this war with Crenel as a means to an end to building his own personal empire, while he sits and hides in his in his storage container there, while all his people that he's leading fight and die. Socialist at best. Yeah. Everclear's most definitely not the communist representative. Oh no, socialist at best. I mean, I'm not okay. I'm not saying he's actually a communist. I'm just saying he seems to try to play himself off like he is one, or like he likes to pretend he is. Part of the problem is that also that no political belief is immune to corruption. I mean, yeah. Each of the ideologies have some pretty imperfect representations in the game. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it isn't Everett Clare, then who is the representative of communism in this game then, or is there? uh, Anyway,
Now get to work, comrade.
can you proceed and start building communism, or? I mean, whenever I do these opt-in, opt-out things, I so far in this game I've only said opt-out like once. It was for the free market thing, and then nothing happened. But if I select opt-in, then it's an option. It just comes up as one of the thing I can choose to research if I feel like it. So it looks like I lose nothing by choosing to opt in, but if I opt out, I lose one of my options, one of the possible options I could research. So logically, I should always opt in, right? Well, Marx's belief was that communism would naturally arise. Communism by violent revolution is the Leninist, Stalinist branch. Yeah. Who's to say who's the real communism? Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. No, someone said it's like the no true Scotsman you know, logical fallacy. It's yeah. But yeah, who's the true representation of whatever ideology? In any case, I'm going to go with the opt-in option.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Yeah, opting in is generally a safe bet. Yeah, whether or not you invest skill points is another matter. Exactly. Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those. I didn't even have a gun.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
That's a big omelet. Roll your sleeves up further and breathe in the pristine air. Finish thought. Thought gained. Masovian what? Masovian socioeconomics. So -2 visual calculus during research. It looks like reaction. Takes 3 hours to research. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. Fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right. Until he woke up today, a spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise his commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Alright. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, here's the Kvalsund multi-tool. An advanced pry bar +2, if you will, built by Kvalsund in Vasa. Number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and gray multi-tool will stagger any technician. Cool. Alright, so yeah, back to the ice cream machine. We can finally freaking open this thing. I was able to get 4 rolls out of it, all with a 3% chance of success. But yeah, okay. We're gonna fast travel back to Martinez Waterfront. And here we are. Anywho, yeah, as it turns out, you just had to progress further in the game to get the multi-tool. Yeah. Didn't want to spoil it for you, but it was one of those things where you just have to keep going for a while. Yeah, pretty much. Now, when I click on this thing, I get a +1 to my roll for the having gloves on, and I get a +2 for unplugging the machine. Therefore, and uh, 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 doing it multiple times, like doing it incrementally, like with the gloves off first and with the machine plugged in first.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box.
Plug in the black
Somewhere,
cable.
a machine hums along with the current.
If I plug it back in and have the gloves on, I get the option to re-roll potentially if the first roll doesn't work properly.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Okay, it's at 3%. Curious. Even though I've got the tool in hand, it's letting me roll it now. Okay, so... Alright, okay, let's boost this physical instrument. I have the... Hold on. One of these gloves... What boosts physical instrument again? I have to go through all these again. I don't remember. This boosts it by +1, but I also have the other thing. Let's put the RCM Commander's jacket back on. And if I take the shirt off, that should I should get a boost from Coach Physical Instrument because +2 instrument if shirt slot empty. Logic, pain threshold, speed of car. Half-light, empathy, perception, encyclopedia, visual volition, half-light. Did I not have another thing that boosts physical instrument? That's -2 to physical instrument. Logic in the Empire, logic, authority, interfacing, drama. Yeah, the tank top is the only thing that boosts physical instrument, and it gets boosted by +1, but having the shirt off gets boosted by +2. So. That's all I got. Oh, I still have the visual calculus glasses on. Whoops, didn't mean to have those on still. Well,
this orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
17%.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Yeah. Okay. So 17%, which seems low. We're going to roll it.
I squeak
and fail.
with your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before.
And now it's locked again. But if I go back into clothing and put the gloves on, now I have +1, better grip of gloves, and I can re-roll it.
A hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
28%. Go.
Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before.
System gamed, exactly. And now, if I take the gloves off and unplug the machine...
Only the black cable is plugged, something close.
Very smart. Opening the lid should be much easier after the ice cream maker has defrosted.
Hey, different dialogue this time.
This orange machine is
That's at 42%,
still.
and I can re-roll it. So this isn't affected by morale, right?
The ice around it slowly melted.
Like if I heal up morale, it still says, call this a test. I mean, I know the health heals up when I sleep, but I'm just curious. If I heal health, does this improve? No? Okay. I thought maybe physical instrument might benefit from not being injured. Oh well. Only volition checks are affecting morale? That's it? Okay. The unfortunate thing is that if you had tried it with the gloves the first time, you would have gotten it. Yeah. Arguably, yeah. Morale, volition, health. Oh, it's endurance. Okay. Endurance cares about health. Okay, okay. Well, okay. Now we're at 42%, so let's try this again.
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewalzund multi-tool until the lid cracks open.
Yeah, and if that hadn't worked, then I could put the gloves back on, got an additional +1 and an additional reroll. And if it had failed at that point, I probably would have just used one of my 5 points I have available to me to just level up the physical instrument. And hell, I mean, at that point, I might just down some Commodore Red to bring my physical instrument score up. Although I kind of gave away the Commodore Red to what's his name. Anyway, I got into it, so no problems.
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side.
Important thing is you got it however you did it exactly. I mean, I gamed the system. Yeah. The comment in the production schedule said that it had to be kept in the fridge. It's not clear to me why it needed to be kept in the fridge, but it kind of makes me worried about the fact that we just unplugged this thing like a day earlier. Does that mean it's all defrosted? And anyway, uh, what? No ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
The 10 degrees. Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold. Heh. Anyway, take the filament memory.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan Kilda as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Miss Lucan Kilda? What was that? Is that her actual name, or?
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Oh, I am a little curious, actually. There it is. Cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure still cold to the touch. Silver tape on the side reads offsite copy. Note, this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. I am curious. I don't know. Is it would it be bad if we check this thing out first? I can no longer click on this thing. Let's put this thing back, I guess. Oh, right. Also put the half-light gloves on. I mean, I have a nagging feeling that something bad might happen if I try to look at the filament before giving it to her. But on the other hand, if I don't look at it, that could potentially be less content. So I kind of want to check this out.
The cube are still smoldering.
Insert the offsite
Casting
copy.
the framework in like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place.
I get
On the
experience
keyboard,
for it.
The play key starts blinking.
Obviously, that means I did a good thing. I suppose I could save it first. Can I save it while it's in the middle of a... Oh, I can't. Can't save it while I'm in the... Hold on. I mean, not that I'm going to reload or anything, but... I don't know. Out of principle, I guess. Save it
Tiles
first.
on the cube are still smoldering.
Alright, press play.
Casting the framework the speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's plain magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
And Spooky Waters is here. Welcome to the stream. Howdy indeed. I just noticed I'm up to 8 viewers. Oh, wait, just up to 6. Never mind. That's interesting. It's like, cause it's coming up to midnight now. This is like a lot of my Disco Elysium streams haven't had big audiences, but curiously, this seems to be a good time for them for whatever reason. I mean, judging by audience sizes, um, which isn't good for my sleep schedule, but power of disco indeed. Anyway,
Good evening, Fortress Accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is Eve.
Yeah.
Please repeat.
Password,
Good.
like after
Please
life
repeat
death.
No, that's not it.
Darn it.
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then?
Well, darn. Hey, Negative Zero's here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Started at 10 EST instead of 1 a.m. Yeah, much better. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is indeed true. I've been sick lately and sleeping at unusual times of day. Just woke up from a long nap, so I'm up kind of late. Yeah, fair. Yeah, happens. One thing to note, most of the streamers I watch have logged off at this point. Currently, I've got one other streamer going right now, but she's probably streaming for the last time for a while. Yeah, that's a fair point too. Yeah, some hours of the day there's just nobody else on. So, hey, might as well watch Tormuse and his Disco Elysium. Anyway, okay, so that wasn't the password. It has a different password for the offsite copy. Was there another reference to the password elsewhere? I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know the password then. I mean, it doesn't give me any options.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident.
Yeah, that's all for now.
Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Okay, remove the offsite copy.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Well, it was worth a try. Yeah, I clicked it. Yeah, it registered the login attempt, and Suna made the comment that she knew that we were messing around a bit earlier. So that suggests that she has kept apprised of our login attempts. So I don't know, she might get mad at us about the fact that we looked into it. Oops. Oh well. Was this a band Lori physical instrument challenging? Why is this lit up here? Oh, it's the okay, yeah, that's the one that we broke into, but we don't need to break it into it anymore. Why is it lit up? Yeah. Wait, Egghead physical instrument challenging? Didn't we already did the Egghead challenge thing. Suggestion heroic. That's trying to ask her out. Anyway, let's get back to the church. It's still 2 a.m. by the way. I mean I can't tell. I don't know if is there any drawback to trying to do as much as possible during this 2 a.m. time period.
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from her keyboard. About the offsite copy you asked me to bring.
Yes?
I brought you the filament. Give her the offsite copy.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
Cool. Didn't look like I got experience for that. Shakes the filament, inspecting the metallic tape on its side. What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
She's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. Some people aren't around at 2 a.m., so you can't do everything, I guess. Yeah. I guess programmers and analytic disk commits stay up late, though. So it seems. I lucked into the fact that I happened to be doing a quest, which didn't depend on the time. Anyway, yeah, what are you even hoping to find? Good question.
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment.
She says as the filament clicks into place.
Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
She says it presses print on the machine's keyboard. I didn't hear her enter a password.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Play it cool. Now what? Or something's very wrong with that filament memory. Or step back. Please just stop playing with the thing. That one's rude. Starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. So, it's just printing out solid black. Is that what you're saying? Let's play it cool. Just say now what.
Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here, I found it.
Oh yeah? She suddenly says, rising her ink-stained fingertip. Rising, not raising? Where? Lean closer? I can't see anything. Say where? Lean closer. Got a flashlight in my hand. What do you mean I can't see anything?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything? I'm still not sure it's a good idea taking with the unknown or say nothing. I mean, she just said hold on. Let's just say nothing. Did Joyce tell you about the pail in this run through? Yes, she did. And I heard a bit more about the pail when inspecting the mosaic over here. That little artwork about the innocent. And I bought a book about the pail, which I intended to. I'm shining the light in Kim's eyes here. Which I intended to read at the end of this day, but I haven't got around to it yet. I was curious about that whole thing. Is that I mean, when I first found the book about the pail, and I think Plaisance was recommending it too, or no, there's the innocent one that innocentic one that Plaisance was recommending. Anyway, yeah, the one about the pail. All it said was the book keeps referring to the pail as though it expects the reader to know what that is. And the context made it sound like the pail was some kind of metaphysical thing. But now I gather it's actually some kind of boundary line on maps that talks about like finding the new world by crossing the pale or whatever. So it's like the pale is a region or something. I don't know. I'll have to read the book and fill in the blanks. Anyway, yeah, say nothing.
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She murmurs. She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Lieutenant leans closer to whisper.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
Suna jumps up from her keyboard like a spring. There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist in the air. Bumps in the air? Not pumps it in the air? Yeah. You did it? You found the coordinates? Or, oh my god, congratulations! Or, so where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world? Yeah, let's give her congratulations.
Thank you.
She yells back with a grin. So where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
She points at the other end of the church where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arch. I thought they were more of a hexagon formation, but whatever.
Think you can help me again?
Great. Okay. I mean, sure. She tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Do I have a choice? No, I'll go with sure. Sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations.
Sure, why not?
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions.
Okay.
Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Okay. But how do we know which is which number? Okay, so 3, 2 to the left, and 4, 5 to the right. Should I be writing this down, or is this gonna automatically take note of it? Um, I'm gonna write it down just in case. Just I can get access to my desktop here and just open up text file here. Where's the thing that's what I'm looking for. In the fourth bowl, 5 cm right. There we go. Probably don't need that information, but I'll write it down anyway. Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Yeah, third 2 left, 4, 5 right. Yeah, you got it. Right. I'll work in peace now. Oh, sure, just step on the bull, why don't you? Okay, so which was the third one? See, like, they're arranged in a hexagon. Like, if I start counting from here, 1, 2, 3, maybe this is 3? I don't know.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Yeah. Also, when you say move them left or right, I mean, we're moving them around on a two-dimensional plane here. Well, like, left from which perspective? I don't know. Okay, yeah, just the options here. Move the third the bowl from the left 2 centimeters away.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
Move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to the right.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor.
Oh, now you've done it.
The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall.
Cool. Alright, let's carefully walk back and I'm deliberately choosing not to run because it told me when I entered, don't run in this place. I don't know if it actually makes any difference.
Yes, what is it?
I moved the water bowls to the right position just like you asked. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops, biting into her chapped lip. Okay, let's get this party started. Or what's wrong? Let's go with what's wrong.
Yeah, nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones.
She snaps out of the lull.
If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place? Or isn't it going to be just silence, nothing else? Yeah, isn't it going to be just silence? Nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
She stares at the heart of her computer.
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What if the swallow itself is what? Or you're overthinking this, or you're right, we should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here. But this... Okay, let's just go with what?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Yeah, I think you're overthinking this. Tear the world apart? Why would you? Okay, you're overthinking this.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
She rubs her face. It's scary, but we just have to face it. Or, hey, I don't think I want to do it anymore. It seems too dangerous. Slowly start to back off. I know what that's scary, but we just have to face it. I mean, what? Like, seriously, what's she expecting to? You're listening to a thing. Like, how is that going to tear the world apart? Like, I don't understand. I'm not. Yeah, okay. It's scary, but we just have to face it.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
She breathes in. She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Can you hear anything?
She doesn't answer, her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone.
Maybe I should have selected the say nothing option. I mean, one hand cupping the headphone implies maybe she's listening to something very quiet. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. Oh well. I'm going to say well, because it's my only option.
Damn it.
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off the headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything? Or, well, at least the world seems to be still alright. Look around. Yeah, well, at least the world seems to still be alright, I guess.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
She says, disappointed.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
Empathy. What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is.
She raised her head, staring at all the machines that litter the church, cables coiling up on the floor like pests.
You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Perception hearing, legendary. 17% chance of success. Well, one moment, I need to check my clothing. I do believe, is it these? No, this reduces perception. Do I have anything that boosts perception? Visual calculus, perception. Hey, hold on, I need to put on my boots in order to hear better. Empathy, hand-eye coordination. Alright, keep an eye out for perception as I look through all of these. Okay, so that one reduces perception. Visual calculus, interfacing, empathy. Perception, where are you? That one reduces perception. Yeah, really, the boots are the only thing I have that increase perception. Alright. We have to get a high roll to get this one.
Yes, what is it?
28% chance? So I believe that means, what, is it 9 or higher? Yeah, let's give it a shot.
All you hear is your own
I got an
breathing,
8.
heavy and hoarse from all the nights spent drinking. It's the breath of an old man.
Thanks a lot, Dice. RNG continuing to mock me. 8 to 9, we got an 8. There's so many rolls that I've made in this game that an 8 would have been just fine for. Got points to burn, though. That's true. I mean, I could throw something into perception and, yeah. It's the breath of an
But
old man.
there's something else.
Something else? Oh?
There has to be something big, something unexpected, something new, yet to be discovered. When was the last time this world had anything new to say?
Conceptualization legendary failure.
Well, did you hear anything?
Ask as soon as you take off the headphones. no, nothing, it's just silence, or I'm not sure, there seems to be something there, but I couldn't really make it out. I mean, I guess like you said, I've got points to burn. I could put another point into perception, and is this worth putting points into though? I mean, like I sort of feel like if I was gonna put points into anything, I don't know. Like, is there even anything that I particularly care to put points into to re-roll, for that matter? The answer's like not really. I mean, the like the scattering of the bullet holes could be interesting. Just see if I can level up visual calculus. Um, I think this is like the first perception roll that I've had to make for a long time, if ever. Like none of these rolls are for perception. So if I level up perception now, it's for this and only this. That said, I am curious. So maybe I'll say, I'm not sure. There seems to be something there, but I couldn't really make it out.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's anything there.
Voice is bitter with disappointment.
The lieutenant looks down at the floor, as if to say, you're wasting time here.
Yeah.
Maybe the speed freaks can help you with this. Go talk with Andre.
We've been debating this hard with the like 5 extra points. Lol. Yeah, I know. I overthink everything. I'm the self-described king of overthinking. I have terrible like hoarding like pack rat instincts. I have to hold on to everything, and I can't spend that. It's like that. There was there was like a Pro ZD clip that I saw for anyone familiar with them, or Pro ZD, or however you pronounce that guy's name. He's gonna need those points for the final boss of Disco Elysium. Yeah, exactly. No, he's like it's something like enacting the last level of a role-playing game where he's saying, I'm out of mana, and the other guy says, well, use one of your ethers, and he says, but but you can't buy them. There's a limited number of them. And he says, it's the final battle. It says, but I only have 87 of them. That's sort of the mentality I get into. I try too hard to hold on to everything and not spend them. Anyway, talking about the speed freaks suggests that maybe this is suggesting that I can like get speed from them, and it'll amp up my perception ability. But if you're playing Pokemon Gold/Silver, you learn there's a whole other half of the game left after the final battle. Huh? Exactly. You never know. Anyway. Yeah, perception. We could just level that up, or I'm just gonna level it up. Let's give it a shot. So yeah, so now
Yes, what is it?
now I have to roll an 8, right? Game directly gives you a hint it might possibly be worth looking into. Did it also say talk to Andre? Yeah. I'll try that next. Let's give this another roll.
Everything disappears.
Hey, 9!
You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace.
There's the 9 that I needed.
And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, take out the headphones. What if we just need a better sound system? Uh-oh. And then he whips up the boombox.
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
Are we gonna need to get the speaker from the ravers now?
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs of the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesques. Yeah, whatever works. Where indeed, yeah. I mean, there was mention of the ravers having an extra speaker there. Well, they had a single solitary speaker. They had sold their headphones. Anyway, continue.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you, or sure, if you agree to let them build the drug lab. Let's go with that. They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Cool. Okay. Hey, she's decided to be a little more amenable now. Great. I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
She lingers for a moment before adding, "Thanks, officer." Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, this quest does involve full back and forth and stuff, but solution found, yeah. But hey, we're making progress. I think, as long as you know, the speed freaks don't require us to go on some other quest in order for them to give permission to use the speakers. So, and what have we here? Full of holes. Could the posts hide treasure? Look inside. Wait, really? Oh, what? Because is that because I increased perception? Wait. Does increasing perception mean I can see things? I can see extra things now? That's interesting. Okay, hold on. Before I do that, let me just out of curiosity. Oh, I still don't have a shirt on here. Drama shirt? Let's put the logic, where is it? Logic shirt on. If I change the shoes back, can I can still access them. Yes, yellow highlights are perception based. Yeah, huh. This applies to all the stats. Yeah, you're even more detective-ish now. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, I think it could be interesting to do another playthrough where I, you know, just start with completely different rolled stats. You know, I put everything in middle of the road when I started, like everything set to 3. So basically, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But maybe I should try another run where I'm like master of some things and see if it changes. See what it changes. Anyway, let's take a look at these. Why the heck not? Money? Wait, do each of these have money? Oh, okay. Potent Pilsner. +1 physique, -1 morale. Huh. They all have holes in them with hidden stuff? Wow. And this one's highlighted yellow for some reason, where the other ones are highlighted green. Okay, an extra thing of morale juice, magnesium. More money. And this, I guess this is money on the ground here. This wasn't here before. Huh. Maybe I should put some more levels into perception. Maybe I can find more stuff. Potent Pilsner, a sturdy bottle of beer that tastes like piss. Not that you would know how piss tastes. Just a guess. The label says it's made in Revachol by Lafayette Potent Brewery. What did this highlight? Yes, I got that blue medicinal spirit. Oh yeah. What is this blue medicinal spirit for? This is the one that's 98% alcohol, which I have a sneaking suspicion I might need to use to set something on fire later. Anyway. Alright, let's see if we can borrow their speaker. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Great. I'm so glad I increased perception so I could detect that. Anyway.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
He looks excited. The tips of his hair, sharpened white bleach, has consumed almost all the toothbrush in the mirror in front of him. Okay, here to talk to the church again. I want to ask you about this tent full of equipment, because you want to borrow the speaker, right?
Yes. What?
Hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here. Ah, be nice. So you've got your own waters on the nose fed. I know this. Price of increased perception. You perceive everything. I know, right? Okay, I thought asking about the equipment would ask him about the equipment. Okay, alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Okay, I'm here to talk about the church again.
Yes? What's the deal?
There we go. Good news, I managed to convince Suna she's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition, she needs your speakers for her project. There you go. Well, nice and straightforward.
We are grateful, Cotman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
The Speed Freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. Going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins, excited.
And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind?
You mean the drug lab? Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's illegal, you see. You refuse to set it up. Or side business? I don't know what you're talking about. Turn a blind eye. I don't know. This is a moral choice moment here, I guess. Like as Dev indicated, I mean, getting everyone high on speed might be worse than getting them drunk. But on the other hand, we're investigating a murder, and compared to that, these are small fry. Like maybe I should just turn a blind eye to them, let them have their fun. I mean, like, part of the reason I was doing this was because I was under the impression that, oh hey, maybe maybe if I do, I'm just waving this around their faces. Maybe if I do what they say, they'll be able to give me things like, tools to open up the ice cream machine and find out what's about the backup thing that's in there. But I never had access to that anyway, and I needed to talk to her to get to that anyway. So it's like the things that I was helping them for turned out to be irrelevant. So do I actually even need to appease them anymore? I mean, there's still one of my quests was to sync the signs with Noid, whatever that means. Prove that I'm one of the crew. Who knows what he'll tell you? There could be something interesting in that. Maybe that depends on me letting them run their little drug lab. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards turn a blind eye, to be honest. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You know, famous last words. And you know, I don't know, it seemed like Suna maybe wasn't that bothered by the drug lab thing. I don't know. It's hard to say how much it troubled her. Copter's blind eye to meth lab. What's the worst that could happen? Is it a meth lab though? I thought it was like more of a amphetamines thing, not meth. Speed. Yeah, exactly. I mean, meth lab. I would have to have more reservations about because, I mean, again, not an expert or anything, but my understanding is that in order to make crystal meth, you have to work with explosive chemicals. So there is danger of like actual fire and explosion if you set that up. Not meth speed, totally different. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know. Like, letting them set up an amphetamine lab, I mean, it probably doesn't do much for the, you know, the issues with poverty in the region if people are getting high on speed. But on the other hand, content. I don't know. I'm being really indecisive. I've sort of. I sort of feel like they at this point, like I've helped them enough. Maybe that they might be willing to go along with it if I say, no, the drug lab has to go. But on the other hand, I sort of feel like I might be able to get more if I just say turn a blind eye. You know, maybe I don't know. I'm gonna go with turn a blind eye. Judge me all you want.
Of course. I'm in the bar, obviously. Why am I even talking about this?
Andre grins as if this settles it. It gives you a knowing nod.
It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
He waves to the other speed freaks. Couple hours, you say. Meanwhile, time is frozen. Leave tent. Wow, the tent is gone. Okay, so I guess the couple hours passed already. And the cell's gone. I guess she's gone inside. Is it worth taking a look inside here? Now the music's in here. What do you mean file not found? Alright, let's just have a word with him, I guess.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Wait, really? You want me to name the club? I mean, I think Dev had the right idea about, you know, Crabman Rave. Anyway, what do you propose the name, Andre? Acel, what would you suggest the name? Or Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas. Noid, give me your 2 cents on the issue. Suna, do you have an opinion on this? Or Kim, what would you name the club? Or I think I've come up with a name. Proceed. Shall we ask Kim first?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
Yeah, all business Kim. Yeah, fair enough.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
Yeah, Crabman Reef Center. I don't know,
We're not
some...
going with anything the Crabman would say.
Aw.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
I'm sort of assuming it's going to let me go through all of these. Yeah, I mean, Estelle's saying she doesn't like that, so let's ask her what her opinion would be. Estelle, what do you suggest as a name? Oh, there she is.
How about something simple, like the club?
Too modern and too ironic.
Heh.
We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
Andre shakes his spiky head. Okay. Well, what do you propose as the name, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Appears to mull it over, one hand idly touching his hair.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says the girl with the microphone.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Speeder with yellow beads around his neck is looking at you. I mean, we know their names, Estelle and Noid, by this point.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Well, what does we have to sync the signs with Noid? What do you think, Noid? Give me your 2 cents on the issue.
The amnesia.
Well, there you go.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
Egghead seems to like that.
It's not amnesia, guys.
Okay, what does Egghead think?
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
The freak with the large head yells from the stage, waving his hand in the air. Yekokata, the place to be? Okay.
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, eh? Got anything else?
Oh, is that where that nuclear disaster happened?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
What does Victoria's smile adorns his face?
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
Andre looks worried as he comes to this realization. Suna, do you have an opinion on this?
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Alright, we've asked everyone. I think I've come up with a name.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Andre stops touching his hair. Disco Elysium, hey, name drop. No Truce with the Furies? Or Revachol West? Air horn, title drop. I know, right? I mean, I'm leaning towards Disco Elysium. What? The phrase Disco Elysium got turned up at some point before, didn't it? I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been during one of the dream sequences. I was trying to remember if it was one of these thought cabinet things, but no, I think it was one of the dream sequences that was mentioned. Yeah, like Revachol West sounds kind of bland, and No Truce with the Furies is kind of... No Truce with the Furies? Like, where's that even coming from? Have the Furies even been mentioned before? Like, Furies is in that ancient Greek, thing, is it Greek? Or is it Roman? I think it's ancient Greece. Anyway, in Revachol West, I can't believe they almost called this game Revachol West. Haha, so much less catchy. No Truce with the Furies was what the game was going to be called originally. Oh, really? Is that true? Yeah, that's a very different ring to it. Yeah, like I'm sort of trying to think, like, where do you even get Truce with the Furies out of this? Like the Furies were they're those the ancient Greek women, like, or I don't know what their deal was. It's been a long time since I learned ancient Greek mythology in high school. I don't even remember what the Furies were supposed to do. They're, I don't know, furious about something. It's true, Disco Elysium, much better name. Yeah. Anyway, let's go with Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
She looks unsure. So the title of an R.S. Thompson poem. Okay. No Truce with the Furies, not Disco Elysium. Yeah. Huh, okay.
The past is the future, but the future is dead.
Yeah. Well, that sounds hardcore to the nega.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be. And short. And memorable.
Yeah, works for me.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Plus 70 experience. It wasn't enough to level up? Oh, I'm up to 95? 95 skill points, huh? A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
Observer's movement. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame. Yeah, we should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing. This is my only option. Seems kind of rude. I don't I know that's what I was going for. I don't know how well that translates. Okay, just clearly commentating on the internal title debate. Yeah.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Savoir-faire impossible? No words, just dance. It's a white check. +1 for dance fever incoming. Did I changed my shoes, right? The shoes give me a savoir-faire penalty. I'll come back to that in a second. I've been meaning to ask you, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Sure.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Uh-oh, perception is working against him now. Here Dubois gonna talk some trash. Yeah, so it seems. Fields of the Disco Elysium Plains, a Greek concept of the afterlife, different from the underworld. Ah, okay. Ah, nifty. Is it because you're balding? Is it important for you to be an individual? Or fair enough? Or that's idiotic. What's this rudeness here? Is it important for you to be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
This seems not nice, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Or is it because you're balding?
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me.
Yeah, it works.
I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you, Andre? That's my only option here.
Not 20.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
Looks at the molten toothbrush. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad idea.
Goodbye, officer.
But, yeah, seriously. Let's see if we can get that savoir-faire up. Let's throw the boots on. I don't think the pants that I started the game with reduced my savoir-faire, but I've changed them since then. I'm pretty sure one of these boosts savoir-faire. I don't remember which one. Chemistry, suggestion, interfacing, logic, inland empire, logic. That reduces savoir-faire. This increases savoir-faire. There you go. I have to put on my dancing glasses. Yeah, this probably isn't going to help much, but let's give it a shot.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
17%. So that's like what? I need a 10 or higher. All right, no words, just dads. Let's go make a fool of ourselves now.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes
4.
your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
Hey, okay, I rolled another 4 for the 17 trillionth time, but for the first time it was 2 2s instead of it was 2 2s instead of a 1 and a 3. So it's almost different. But yeah, lots of 4s, lots of 4 rolls in this game. Anyway, yeah, okay.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen?
I took a morale hit, but then it healed itself. Well, I've already put multiple levels into savoir-faire when I was trying to make that jump off the roof earlier. Like I can level it up again, but I don't think it's worth it just to do a dance. That just feels silly. Yeah, okay, take off these savoir-faire glasses. So that's okay, that's Egghead. I want to talk to Noid. Can we sync the signs now, as he put it?
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hall, examining the carpentry.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Hey, gotta level up.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
He spreads his arms, looking around the speed freak setting up shop.
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the base. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Drama suggesting, oh, we just tell him it's a security risk out there. Sure. These kids got spunk, I admire that. Or better here than in that tent, shrug, it wasn't safe. Generally into the hardcore lifestyle, you would understand. I'm a corrupt cop, Kim. This is a corrupt scheme. Or I did it for mankind. For all of mankind. Let's go with drama suggestion. Better here than in the tent, I guess.
Okay.
Lieutenant keeps it laconic.
What he means is, you're right, actually. The tent was a safety hazard, and this place was deserted anyway.
Noid, what do you think about the church? Why are you so suspicious about everything? What's with the clothes, or take care? What do you think about the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it could be something more.
He rubs his hands together. How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years? Or what style is this church built in? What did you mean by dead bodies? Or how did you like the glass work? Point to the stained glass window. How are you settling in? Let's talk about something else. Yeah, what did you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies are perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Taps on the wood. So he's talking about the trees made to make it? Okay. Spiritual collapse?
I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, Cop Man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away.
He continues without waiting for an answer.
They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live.
Okay. And look, Christina's here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going?
End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
He kicks the floorboard. Okay. First, where's that quote from? What you're saying is you're not a big fan of the indescending system. You're saying his religion has stopped being hardcore. What exactly are you saying? Yeah, where's that quote from?
A Sarais man who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother.
Okay. You're not a big fan of the indescending system?
A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history, built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false core.
He looks around. False core.
The way he says it, the force in false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
But you guys said the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember? Or I even agreed with you about the Ecclesiastes being okay with this. And you proposed dance music will supplant the system? Yeah, let's go with the first one. But you guys said the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember?
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you.
He points to his friends.
Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are.
Okay. I even agreed with you about the Ecclesiastes being okay with this. I didn't actually agree with him. But you proposed dance music will supplant. Let's go, yeah. And you proposed dance music will supplant the system?
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something. But I understand.
Yeah, this is recapping some of the lore that we got from examining the stained glass in the last stream.
Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
His voice echoes in the wooden cavern of the church. What style is this church built in?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmonger, huh? It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
Taps the floorboard. Okay, and what is DeLorean architecture like?
Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
Sure. Okay. What would a DeLorean building look like?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical.
Yeah, they got a woman there. He nods toward the stained glass window. So the indescending lady there.
Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires, put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Marriage shit. Virtue and tyranny.
How dare you disrespect her innocence, Dolores Day? Yeah, I know. I already had a long commentary about that during the last stream. Marriage is shit, yeah. Hey, marriage is great. Marriage is sacred. Or, this church isn't painted white as far as I can tell. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to just go with the church is painted white just to avoid weighing in on the marriage thing. I mean, Harry kind of didn't have good luck with marriage. Anyway, yeah, this church isn't painted white as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside before the sea wind took all the paint off.
He peeks out of a small window in the dark.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss.
How do you like the glasswork? Point to the stained glass window. Yeah. He's already made the comment about, Dolores Day a moment ago. I'll ask him about it anyway. I have a feeling he's not going to like her.
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
Yeah, he looks over his shoulder. That's her innocence, Dolores Day. Mind your words. Yeah, capital H her, capital I innocence. Or, getting some real negative vibrations from her too. Or you wanted to get inside the church and now you don't like the stained glass window. I mean, our little history lesson from the last stream kind of indicated that Dolores Day was kind of big on, like, converting the natives, you know, and imposing her idea of order on other nations, and it started a lot of wars, so I can get behind saying I'm getting some real negative vibrations from her. You know, lots of colonialist stuff going on there.
No wonder. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Yeah. Although, I mean, Kim did cross himself when he spotted the image of her. So I don't know. I might be offending him by saying that about her. Anyway, he cracks his neck.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Yells it. Did you choose to have Harry drop to his knees? I did not. I considered it, and I chose not to. I don't know. At the time, it felt like it might be a weird thing to do with Kim there, and I don't know. But then Kim crossed himself, so I was like, oh, maybe I should have knelt. And then it said, oh, she's responsible for a whole lot of wars, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's just as well I didn't kneel. Does it endear me to Kim more if I kneel?
Mass murder on the floor.
Good old egghead. But she's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here. Or, but she's pretty. Or, yeah, but like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? Or, the resettlement programs were totally okay. I'm a big fan of resettlement programs, for some reason. I do feel there is something terrifying about her. Or, isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit? Yeah, but she's pretty is indeed a huge HDP answer. I mean, yeah, I'm actually considering doing that just for that reason. Did she say she was, you know, human? Or, yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her anymore. Yeah, so most of the 8 different options. Most of these options seem to be regarding her in a positive light, like the innocence of humanism. It's a pretty big deal. Or it's like, yeah, let's just downplay the mass murderer, you know? like, oh, resettling, resettling the native population. That's not such a bad thing. I mean, the fact that he has to qualify it as for some reason sort of feels a little like the devs are tipping their hand, giving their opinion. It's like, it's hinting at this is a bad option. Do you feel like there's something terrifying about her? But she's pretty. I'm not shallow, I swear. um, yeah, this is another one of those moments where it feels like the game is gonna judge me for what I choose. Why have to be so many options? 8 different options? I don't know. Yeah, frankly, just the whole, colonialist mass murder thing doesn't sit well with me, which makes me feel like less inclined to compliment her. But I might still say she's pretty anyway. On the other hand, I mean, hey, maybe I can endear myself to Noid some more and say there's something terrifying about her. Bottom of the world spirit. You say she was human. Going with this option frames it like a question. This is a very non-committal response here. Would you say she was human? Doesn't say she's good or bad. Maybe we'll go with the non-committal response.
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator.
The young man stretches his ribcage made of suspenders.
That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
Yeah, they hate this too, point to yourself. Or, I don't know what you're talking about. I have thousands of fans. I am surrounded by love and support all the time. Or, she was a player. She played us all. It's just a game to her. They hate this too, point to yourself. This is one of those self-deprecating things which might give me a morale hit. So I'm kind of leaning towards, she was a player, she played us all as just a game to her. I mean, this might give me a morale boost for that matter. I don't think morale heals in between days. I know like my health healed overnight the last night, but yeah, let's just go she was a player, I guess.
Yes.
He lets go of the suspenders and they hit his chest with a slap.
This speed freak does not quite understand the sudden escalation of emotion in that argument, but he agrees nonetheless.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe he wasn't that agreeable with that option after all. Oh well. Innocence, humanism is... I'm gonna say, but she's pretty.
She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, alright?
He turns to look up at her face.
Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers.
You're right. I like it harder core. Or then it seems I like it soft because ... or it's anything but soft core. It's terrifying. Yeah. I'm gonna go with it's terrifying. It's anything but softcore. It's terrifying. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say the image of her is terrifying per se. It's more like, I guess what it represents, the things that she did. Yeah. I can go with it's terrifying.
You may be onto something, Copper Man. She's got those mass murdering hips.
The hips don't lie, I guess. Mass murder and hips. Amen. Nazi looks worried. Yeah, so let's go. Let's run with that. I do feel like there's something terrifying about her.
There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
Oh yeah? Are we going that far? Hey, how's it going? Had to step away for a bit to give someone a proper send-off? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you mentioned another streamer's it's a last day for a while. Yeah, well, I mean, the Ravers have moved in. After a lot of hemming and hawing, I decided to turn a blind eye to their drug operation, for better or worse. I figure, I don't know, it's more content if nothing else. Now I'm talking to Noid. Oh yeah, we named the place Disco Elysium. I don't remember when you were here last. Anyway, moving on.
No, that's not it. It's something more. Something closer to your skin.
Yeah. No, it's title drop. Yeah. Take her down, crash it, destroy that window. Or keep it. Keep the beautiful sharp shards. Keep her long face in her hair. Or say nothing, stare grimly into the distance. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go as far as, like, smashing the rest of that stained glass window. I can just say nothing, and, neutral option, and let him decide, or you can just tell him to keep it. I'm gonna tell him to keep it, I think. I don't know. I mean, the trajectory he's described here, I feel like if I say nothing, he's gonna smash it. I don't know. As much as I'm expressing like, I don't know how I feel about her. It's the whole colonialist murder thing doesn't sit well with me. But at the same time, I don't feel like going as far as smashing her image. I don't know. I don't know what that says about me. In any case, I'm gonna tell him to keep it.
The speed freak's eyes narrow with suspicion, as if he's looking at a man possessed.
It's not coming down. People are gonna love it. It'll be like our thing. Plus it keeps the cold and the rain out.
His friend keeps dancing. But keep saying his friend. Like, I get the feeling that this dialogue was written just in case you didn't ever actually learn their names. I don't know how you could get this far without learning their names. Oh well. There's something for us. I'm a fan of that for some reason. She's supposed to be a embodiment of world spirit. Yeah. Isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit? Yeah, this sounds. I'm sure. Why not?
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit.
He raises his left hand.
This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are.
Yeah. I think I'm not going to bother with the rest of these options. Just let him draw his own further conclusion than that. Yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her anymore.
What a strange choice of words.
What a strange choice of words? Well, it's the option I was given here. But whatever.
Caustic. Overflowing with negativity.
Are you saying that Harry is projecting, perhaps?
That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
Volition check with needing a roll of 16. Okay, anyway. Why do you keep coming back to this window? Nothing, everything's okay. I'm down to 1 point morale. I don't know what happens if my morale hits 0, but I have a feeling I should shoot up a bit of morale here just in case. Nothing, everything's okay. I don't know. It's a nice window. It's a nice window?
Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
Okay. Let's talk about the glassware again. I've been thinking about it. Okay. No, how are you settling it?
Hard to say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced.
Ah, darn. Does that mean we can't get that information out of him that we promised after syncing the signs or whatever? What? Is that a typo? Did the cat walk across the keyboard?
I did get to talk to the crab man, though.
Oh yeah? You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place.
Hit K's instead of L's? Yeah, okay. That happens sometimes. It's annoying when you place your hands on the wrong home keys and they're like, it's like one key over to the side, so it just comes out as gibberish.
Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
You mean all his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you? Or you mean all his sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive for you? Or what do you mean? All his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you? I mean, he doesn't seem to like the innocences, so...
Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hardcore, man. And the mother's love is the hardest core of all. The man picks up on stuff. And he knows a lot about the church. I've got a lot to learn from him.
Interesting. I'm also currently not in my usual seat because it was stolen. The hands have to reach over to the keyboard. Ugh. Your seat was stolen? Oh, wait. You mean the cat stole it? Perhaps? Anyway.
Good thing you didn't squash him.
Yeah. I want to talk to you some more about this place. What did Tiago tell you about the church? Why are you so... Yeah, you can get up for a few minutes and you come back to a furball asleep in your chair. Exactly. That's how it goes. All cats are assholes. All cat owners know this. But you can't move a sleeping cat. Like if a cat falls asleep in your lap, like you're pinned to that chair. You like ask him to move? No way. You know, like you're not gonna. Yeah. Anyway. What did Tiago tell you about the church?
The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus? Do you mean there are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs.
He looks up into the darkness beyond the beams.
Like, this is some old world shit Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church, surrounding it, to contain it.
Okay, I don't get it. Contain what exactly? Yeah, I don't get it. Contain what exactly?
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for, and trying to measure.
He nods toward the woman. Interesting. Noid's suddenly feeling like he might have something in common with Suna here. But yeah, like you know, there's something more to that so-called swallow. That 2mm hole in the world that she alluded to.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
What makes you think Suna's going to fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
I found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing the Ubis were trying to contain. Or, well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about. Talking about the doomed commercial area, do we want to lean into this metaphysical stuff? I guess we can ask him about it anyway, at least.
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages.
The young man rubs his chin in silence and mumbles.
And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
Think there's any merit to the theory? Or now that I think of it, it doesn't sound fun. You think there's any merit to the theory?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Copman. Even I have limits. I'm a limited size person.
Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Cool. Why are you so suspicious about everything? Incidentally, I'm starting to feel my blood sugar crashing, and then I feel like I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream soon and get something to eat. I figure after I finish talking to Noid, I'll do that. But I hope this doesn't open up a huge now that I've said that, I hope this doesn't open up a huge dialogue tree. Then again, this one here, why are you so suspicious about everything? Might be the information I was hoping for. So, well, let's see what he has to say.
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our science synced.
Why are you called Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
Yeah. May I ask why? What good is being suspicious? Or what are you suspicious of? Or, God, tell me something else. What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
Hold on a second. I don't have water. I need to get water real quick. Just a second. And I'm back again. It's a brief trip. Somehow I downed an entire half-liter of water there over the course of the stream. The soothing sound of anodic music, yeah. Or anodic music. Anyway, okay. Okay, what are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
The left-right complex and the pig-wheat paradigm? I don't know what he means. Does this mean you were mentally ill? Hey, be nice. Or tell me more about the left-right business, what's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat, or well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something else now. I mean, the pig-wheat paradigm, I mean, is he talking about police? Referring to them as pigs? Anyway, tell me more about the left-right business, I guess.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity.
Okay.
The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives. But we may yet find a way back.
Okay.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
Okay. What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
Okay. What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things. What's bad about animals? Animals are cute. Yeah, it's our only shit and we effing suck at it. I'm not sure what he's getting at here, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm feeling lightheaded and having difficulty concentrating, or if he's just talking nonsense here. Like when he says left right, is he talking about like left right wing politics, or is it something else? I'm trying to look for clues in his dialogue here. Should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves. Okay, so the pork wheat thing, is he speaking metaphorically, saying that people are the pork and wheat? Like we're being turned into pork and wheat? He's talking about agriculture? I mean, like on the surface, I would have assumed, yeah, he's talking about agriculture, sure. But then when he goes and says we should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves, it makes it sound like he's speaking metaphorically. I mean, maybe he went from talking about agriculture to saying that we're being harvested as if we're pork and wheat. I don't know. He's an anarchist. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. That makes it a little clearer. I mean, an anarchist would be annoyed by left-wing or right-wing folks, people who are concerned with politics. Anyway, it's bad about cereal grain. Having enough food could be a perseverant things. It's bad about animals. Animals are cute, or yeah, it's well, I mean, if it is indeed talking about agriculture, let's go with what's bad about cereal grain. Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things. This group is a surprisingly varied set of beliefs. Yeah, now you mention it.
Yes, having food is means to an end, but the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
What's Egghead's belief now? He believes in hardcore to the mega. Noid coming out against the calorie surplus, a bold stance. I'm assuming when he says caps, he's talking about capitalists. You didn't change Egghead? Change him? I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, I went through his whole dialogue tree quest thing, where he started to question himself. I don't know. I wasn't clear if he was actually changed by that whole experience, though, because he's back to saying hardcore to the mega again now. I guess he's an anarchist. He's talking shit about agriculture and its role in the establishment of civilization, and then our subservience to that very same thing we created. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, regardless of what political system or lack of political system you believe in, people still need to eat, so I don't know. Anyway, there was another option. I just wanted to pick this one again. Just what's bad about animals? Animals are cute.
Nothing. Animals are cool, guys. I like animals too, but that doesn't mean I have to be one myself.
Yeah, fine. Okay, that was certainly stimulating. I wanted to ask you about something else now.
His eyes flicker.
Okay. On that note, I think I do have to wrap up the stream. I'm feeling myself fading here. It is like I need to get a bite to eat. I'm getting pretty hungry, and it's this thing has a habit of auto saving just as I'm about to do a regular save here. It's done that a few times. Anyway, yeah, don't know how much of any of that contributed to the murder investigation, but hey, we got some more experience, and finally got into that ice cream machine, which I've been made several attempts to over so many times and stuff. Yeah, thanks. Goodness, you've also been going for almost 3 hours, and you made some good progress here. Yeah, that's all right. Just gonna take a peek at who's streaming. I probably won't do a raid, but I mean, I've got a nice viewer count at the moment. Maybe I will. I, even though it's a total genre change, I'm thinking of giving a raid to Babajinator. Well, it's sort of almost semi-related. Babajinator he's playing the Long Dark, but he's a poet. Like he's actually a published author of poetry. Oh, he's doing a poem right now. Oh shoot. I don't know if that means he's at the end of the stream. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna give him a raid. Yeah, progress is made. We'll see how this goes. Thanks everyone for watching. Yeah. Still haven't reached the end of the night. I don't know how much it's going to tolerate me holding on to this night here, but yeah, that's it. But yeah, yeah, that's all for now. Until next time.